All right. Here we are, everybody. Welcome to the Make More workshop. I am so incredibly excited. Look, over 200 and almost 20 of you signed up and are here live for this training. That tells me that you are ready to make more with the time that you already have. So, welcome. I see that there has already been so much happening in the chat. I love it. This is so awesome. Let's see, who do we have here? We have, let's see, from Rockwell, Texas. We have Emery from Georgia, Allison here from Southern California, Kasha here from Atlanta, and Kathy here from Atlanta. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. We are so excited. You guys, this training is, if you've been to any of my other trainings, you know that we like to put the work in workshops. So I hope that you came today prepared to really dive into your business, to look at it from, sometimes we're so in the business that it's difficult to take the time to pull out and work on the business. You know what I'm talking about? And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to pull out, we're going to look at your pricing, your packaging, your offers. And honestly, my goal for you is that we are able to come up with a plan today that enables you to live more of your freedom life, because to me, that is what it is all about. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, I always love to tailor these trainings based off of, what's going on with you guys. So let me know in the comments kind of where you're at in this journey. If you are, in kind of that launch stage, maybe you haven't started your business yet, right? You don't have a client yet being the key word, go ahead and put launch in the comments. If you have a business, but you want more clients, more revenue, put grow. And maybe you are, you have a few clients, but you're just like, man, I want more. How do I actually grow this thing even bigger? Maybe looking at an agency model. Go ahead, put scale in the comments. Launch, grow, or scale. Let me know below, because again, that kind of helps me know where you are at in your journey. So we have launch, we have some grows, we have some scales. Awesome. All of you guys represented here, which is so cool, right? I love when we can come together, learn together. And so I'll make sure that we're talking to all three of you whenever we are inside of this training. Here's what we're going to do in the next 60 minutes. I'm going to show you how to position yourself as a high value expert so that you can work less but make more in your virtual assistant or freelancing business. Okay, so this is for service providers. If you guys know, I am the VA trainer, right? Like I've been training VAs for literally a decade now, which is crazy. Launched my first virtual assistant training program in December 2016. So we've literally about to hit like that 10-year mark of training virtual assistants. But I also know that some of you guys come in as VAs, but you end up fractional COOs, or you come in as virtual assistants and you come out as project managers or as directors of operations or OBMs or, social media managers. So no matter where you're at in this journey, know that this training is for you, okay? Because what we've done over the past few years is help people just in the same position as you. We help them grow flexible, sustainable businesses from home. Guys, we've trained over 7,000 VAs and freelancers at this point. And like those are the people who've gone through our programs, which is so crazy to me. And it's so fun to get to go to different places and to meet some of you and hear some of your stories. Like Alexandra, who says, I just booked my first paying client, contract signed, invoice paid. Anna said, I've received my first $1,000 project payment today. I'll be designing a website for a client who owns a local bakery. So excited. Jenna was able to quit her corporate job, is fully booked, and has replaced her corporate income in less than a year. And Karen, who says, it was Abby's free webinar, just like you guys are at today, that gave me the push to launch my VA business when I was growing my blog. I was able to combine virtual assistants with my blogging income, quit my 9-to-5, and now my VA business is thriving with a wait list of clients. And I love putting these faces up here because, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my story, but it's really your story. Like your story is what I am here for, because it's the impact, it's the life change, it's that flexibility and freedom. So if you haven't met me before, hi, I'm Abby. I am the founder of the Virtual Savvy. And again, we've been training virtual assistants for nearly a decade now. I've been featured in some cool places like Forbes and Inc. magazine. But as I mentioned before, it's genuinely, when somebody comes up to me, gives me a hug at maybe a conference, or we'll do local meetups sometime and says, Abby, you changed my life. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do what I do, is to enable you to quit your job, make more money, live your freedom life. My story did not start off as like being featured in Forbes. Like that kind of stuff is still kind of weird for me, to be honest, because I'm a mom. Like I am a mom of two kids. My kids are actually 10 and 12 now, which is crazy because I started this whole thing when I was actually 6 months pregnant with my son, who is now 10 years old and getting close to being taller than me. And I'm not that short. Like it's insane. Anybody else have giant children? What is happening? So I was pregnant with my second child and looking for a way to make income from home. It was really important to me. I had a why. I grew up with a single mom who I love. She's my best friend. We're getting coffee today after this webinar. I grew up, and my mom was a lunch lady for our local school. Like we didn't have a lot growing up, but she was there, right? And like for me, when I had kids, I knew that I wanted to be there. And we went through different journeys. Like my kids go to school now, but we, for a while they were home with me. We did some in-home daycare when they were smaller too. Like that's not what I'm here to talk about. That part doesn't matter. Like how, who chooses what with your children. For me, I knew that if they had a field trip, I wanted to be there. I knew if they were sick, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be at every concert. I wanted to be at every sports practice. Like I wanted to be there for my kids. That was my why. That's what drove me. And the 9 to 5 I had been working before that was not going to enable me to do that, right? So I launched a virtual assistant business and I was scared. And I've heard some of you guys in the comments, right? And some of you are scared. And I get that, right? I was scared too. But there's something that happens. And those of you who have a very strong why, if you already know what your why is, put it in the comments. When your why is stronger than your fear, that's when magic can happen, right? That's like when the power really can happen, is because it's like, I'm just determined. Like not succeeding at this just isn't an option. Like I'm going to keep going until it works. And with that mentality, I came in and I was able to book out my services within 30 days. Within 90 days, I had 4 subcontractors working for me. And that's not for me to like share like, oh, look how easy this is, because that's not everyone's story. We have people who get their first client in a week. We have people who get their first client in 90 days, right? It can take time. But the thing is that I just said, this is going to happen. And I started with the end in mind. And so that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today is, what is the end in mind for you, right? Like how big do you want to grow this to be? Because there's no wrong answer. There's some of you guys who are sitting here like, man, I would love, like I homeschool my kids and I'd love to make an extra $1,000 a month while I do that. Awesome. We have students who have built 6 and even 7-figure agencies from our program, right? And what I love about virtual assistants is that it can be as big or as small as you want it to be. But it all starts with the next step, right? So we're going to craft out like, okay, where's kind of the big vision of how big I want this to be? Where's that going? How could I position myself as an expert? But then we're not going to jump all the way to there, right? It takes the very next step. If you have a gut feeling, like if you kind of just know this is my next big step, go ahead and put it in the comments. Like we're all friends here, right? We're all savvies. If you know, like I just haven't announced my business yet. Like I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I just haven't announced my business. Or I know my next step is to bring on a subcontractor. If you know your next big step, put it below. And you can even ask yourself or put in the comments, what's kind of stopped you from taking that, right? I have found that, normally people who are stuck, and maybe you came today feeling like you're stuck, people who are stuck have one of 2 problems usually. I guess possibly 3. They either have a knowledge gap. They're like, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do next, right? So we're going to talk about that. The other part is they have a fear gap. They're like, I know what I need to do, but I'm just freaking scared, right? And so maybe that's you. Maybe you know exactly what you need to do and you're scared, or maybe it's both, right? That was the third option, the secret door number 3. I don't know what to do. And even if I did know what to do, I'd probably be scared of doing it, right? And so that's why I think it's really important, this community, right? Like you guys are putting in here Janet, like I'm stuck, I'm afraid to fail, right? Like it's real. And there's something very freeing about, I think, being in community with one another where we're like, yeah, like I'm scared too, but let's do it together. Okay. So just wanted to throw that out there. Now that we've got we have over 300 people live on the training now, I want to mention, because I think we're probably hitting the amount of people who are going to be here today. Guys, at the very end of this training, we have just released a new growth membership. I'll tell you about it later, for virtual assistants. It is for you if you are looking to grow, scale your business, right? And again, I'll share all about it, but at the end of this training, one of you guys is going to win. So the only thing you have to do to win is be here, right? So the training will last about an hour. So as long as you're here about an hour from now, you're eligible to win. And if you've commented at least once. So even if you don't know what to say, just introduce yourself or just type giveaway in the comments, right? And that means that will automatically tell our system that you're registered to win. Okay. So that's all you have to do. Is comment at least once, and then you're in the running to win a year membership. Okay, here's what we're going to talk about. We have a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to be sharing with you how to shift your mindset to start attracting clients who actually value what you do. We're going to actually pick your niche. Called it a workshop. We're literally going to pick your niche today so you can increase your rates and decrease hours. And then number 3, we're going to build your signature framework live on the call so that you leave with a system that sells itself. Everybody ready? All right, let's go ahead. Like I mentioned, this is different because we're going to take real action on this call. So I hope that you can prepare to choose action over perfection, because that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. So I'm energized. Guys, I switched to decaf like a year ago. So literally this is decaf coffee right now. But it's like a placebo. I'm like, get my coffee every morning. I'm like, oh, I have to have my coffee. It's decaf. Like, I know it's not doing anything, but I'm telling myself that it is, right? That's okay. That's what we have to do. we have to convince ourselves sometimes. Okay. Number 1, the mindset behind attracting high-end clients who actually value your work. How many of you want that? How many of you want clients who actually value the work that you do, right? We all do. What truly makes the difference when you're ready to scale is to go from becoming an assistant to becoming the expert. Now, I want to pause before I go on with this training, okay? Because when I asked you guys, how many of you are in the launch, the grow, or the scale phase, a lot of you said launch. And I want to be really, really clear here right now. Those of you who do not have a client yet, a lot of this training is going to be some back pocket information for you, okay? Because if you do not have a client yet, most of you, I am going to recommend that you actually do start off as an assistant. And I know that goes against what I'm saying right here, but and we have separate trainings about this. We can link to those later. We can talk about that. I do think that it's easiest to get your first client as a general virtual assistant, okay? So allow yourself to be in that phase if that's the phase that you're in. It's okay to start off without a niche. It's okay to start off. You got to get over the first client hump, right? If you're actively trying to get your first client, or maybe you just got your first client, you know what the first client hump is. Like, there's something about getting that first client that's like, oh, I did it, right? So I would recommend that you start off as a general virtual assistant, and my team and I can give you some links at the end of this training to kind of help you navigate that. However, here's what happens. After we become a general virtual assistant, there's a friction point. There's different friction points in all parts of our business. There's probably, if you haven't started a business yet, there's a friction point right now. Your friction point is, I want to leave my job because I hate it, or I know I'm meant for more, or I know I could make more, right? Like, there's a friction point, which moves you to action. You start a general virtual assistant business, guys, what starts to happen is there's another friction point. How many of you guys in the grow or the scale phase know what I'm talking about? That friction point goes, I think I need to move away from being a general virtual assistant, right? And so it's okay if you haven't hit that point yet. Just tuck this as back information. Let me tell you the difference, okay? An assistant helps with tasks. So an assistant is told what to do, what processes they're needed to complete, which is awesome if you're a beginner. But what we need to do and how we start attracting high value clients once you've gotten that first client is that it's time to have your own signature system. It's not what can I help you with? It's here's how I'm going to help you. It's repeatable, it's scalable, it has processes in place to make it fail proof. So when you can start saying instead, sure, I'm here, what can I help you with? Here's how I'm going to help. Oh, you want your inbox managed? Here's my 7-step system for managing an inbox, right? Can you see how immediately that positions me as an expert? So why is this important? Number one, you'll be able to charge more. I mean, literally, how can I help you? Yes, I can take inbox management off your plate versus here's my 7-step system to make sure that you always have your inbox cleared. Which one, even just by saying it, appears to be more valuable, right? The second one, obviously. So you can charge more when you're an expert. And I think that this is really important too. Whenever you say, I have a 7-step system, it means that you literally, it doesn't have to be 7 steps. I just threw that number out, but it means that you have a system, which means a system is what? It's repeatable. And if you have a repeatable system for doing something, then it means that you could outsource it, right? Which is a key part of the growing and scaling part of your journey. Now, again, be where you're at. Some of you have no desire right now to scale and have an agency, and that's fine. I'm giving you the full roadmap here today. So if you want to scale an agency, guys, systems, love Adrian says systems are my jam. Good, because that's what it's going to take are the right systems in order to scale something that would be easily outsourced. Make sense? Got it? But got it in the comments if that makes sense. Okay. And so people will come to us and they're like, man, like they see our success stories, right? They see our testimonies of people who are making 2K, 5K, 10K. I mean, heck, 20K, 50K, 80K, right? We have people at different phases in their journey. And it's like, how did you do that? How did they do that? They became the expert and they built repeatable systems so that they could have a team. Like it's not as hard as we make it. It's not as hard as we make it, right? And so that's how they're doing it. Now, I told you that there's some things that get in the way, right? And so it's like, okay, let's go ahead and call those things out. What are some of the fears that could happen if you're at that point of switching from assistant to expert? What are some things that could get in the way? Number one, you might be saying like, oh, I'm not though. Like I'm not an expert, like I am just an assistant. Like I don't know how to create a signature system, right? Well, the truth to that, because we always want to have truth to combat our fears, is that everyone has the capacity to become an expert. We all start as beginners. I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan didn't, nail his first basketball. Sports. I'm obviously a sports person because I have great sports analogies. So none of us were born experts, right? Anything you know how to do now, you were not an expert. You were a beginner, right? So what did we do? We learned, we studied. We probably have a lot of moms in the audience. Like you didn't know how to raise children. I don't know if I still know how to raise children, right? But we figured it out because we are people who figure things out. That's just who we are. And so you have the capacity, right? Yep, to discipline for Michael Jordan. I love it. Yes, thank you. You're rolling with my sports metaphors. It's great. The fear might be saying, well, what if clients don't pay? Like what if I go and I charge these higher rates and I change my rates? What if they don't pay those higher rates, right? And the truth to that is that results are more powerful than hours. Okay. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today, because if you are first starting out, I teach you, Abby Ashley, I teach you to start with hourly packages. And I still think that that's the best thing to do if you don't have a client yet, is to start with just really general admin hourly packages. But again, a friction point will start to happen when you are selling hourly packages. And what will happen is that you can end up making less money. Again, I'll go into a little bit of that later, but just know, like, the key thing I want you to know is that people will pay higher rates when you lean into results, right? When we're not like, oh, here's the deliverable or these hours, when it's like, here's the result I'm going to get you at the end. Okay. So that's what we're going to teach you in this workshop. So if you don't know how to do this yet, it's okay, right? You're going to know how to sell a solution to a problem, not just a package of hours by the end of this training. Now, another fear or any of these, like, ooh, yes, that's me. You might be saying to yourself, other VAs or freelancers are already doing this, already even maybe doing this better than me, which, gosh, can I tell you, so many of you discredit yourselves. So many of you discredit yourselves. I've started doing some like one-on-one coaching calls with individuals, like these little breakthrough sessions. And I'll have people that will come on and are like, I've been in this field for 26 years and I've worked for all these like high up government agencies and I don't know if I can offer data entry. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you guys are so talented, so talented. Even just, the moms. So one of our most successful students was a Starbucks barista before this, right? Like you don't have to have a ton of experience, but like who you are is so, so valuable in the services that you currently have. And I really want to validate that competition is proof of demand. Like if other people are out there doing it, it means that there are people willing to pay for this thing, right? There is enough work for all of us. There is a place at the table for your unique your unique take on solving your client's problem. The thing that nobody else has is that they are not you, right? Okay, so these are the truths to combat some of the fears. And I want to just reiterate them with some of our stories. Anybody like hearing other people's stories, other people's journeys? I know I do, because it makes me feel like, okay, this is possible. So this is Elise. Elise feared that she would always be just an assistant. She was stuck in hourly tasks that she didn't enjoy without the authority to shape her business. She was worried that if she niched down, she'd lose clients. The truth is that she realized she had already been doing storytelling, and that's how she niched down. She decided to become a content strategist, copywriter. And when she leaned in, the fear faded and she swapped hourly admin for prepaid content retainers, doubled her confidence, grew her income, and even hired her own assistant. All right. So she is now a content marketing strategist and copywriter. Definitely different than general virtual assistant, right? She said, switching to retainers and focusing on content strategy freed me to do what I love, growing my income, and finally feel like the CEO of my business. I love your story, Elise. So, time for you to take action. We're going to do this a couple times throughout this training. So when I do this, this is your cue to take some sort of action. I want you to tell me, and you can do it in the comments or you could write this down separately. If you don't have a notebook, just like grab one real quick or, pull open like a note on your phone or something. I want you to tell me, what is the fear you've been having about developing an expert service? Okay. Is it one of the ones I listed? Is it something else? What is the fear? What is the fear about positioning yourself as an expert? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Because then we're going to put a truth in its place. So after you've written down the fear, okay, so I don't have any specialized skills, Luana says, right? So what's the truth? I mean, the truth is probably, number one, that's probably not true. You probably do have specialized skills. So you could say that. Or if you literally can't think of a specialized skill that you have right now, I don't have specialized skills, but, right? Let's all concentrate on the but. Sometimes I just like to say things like that. But I can learn them, right? I'm not an expert now, but I could learn to be one, right? Okay. Let me show an example. Fear says, I'm an imposter. I literally, look, Jerry's wrote that exact same thing. I'm an imposter. I have imposter syndrome. The truth is, I have the problem solving skills to figure it out. And the truth is, everything is figure outable, right? Everything is figure outable, and I am smart and I can figure this out, right? Okay, so keep putting those in the comments. I want you guys, and if this is something that you have to do as like an activity afterwards, if fear is truly the thing, holding you back, guys, it is worth it to take the time to work through that. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just keep pushing forward. We keep in the weeds so that we never really address those fears. I highly encourage you to take time, some journaling time to work through some of those fears, okay? So let's get really, really practical. Yes, because Katarina, mindset is huge. It's so true. This isn't going to happen. You're not going to get your first clients. You're not going to scale your business. You're not going to grow an agency if the mindset isn't there. Okay. So we take time to work through the mindset. All right, let's move on. We're going to get really practical here. We're going to talk about your niche. Okay. So I want you to be able to raise your rates, work less for more. That's the whole goal here, right? What we're doing. So how are we going to attack that? So let me do a little bit of teaching to share with you about the different ways to niche down. Again, if you are brand new, if you do not have your client yet, I don't want you to do this yet. If you don't have a client yet, guys, I want you to be, my name is Abby. I offer virtual assistant services for small business owners. Honestly, that is a niche. Small business owners, I mean, it's not for teachers or executives. That is a niche, right? But I want you to start off really general. And then once we have a few clients, which I'll show you the whole roadmap here in a little bit, is once we have a few clients, that's when you're going to do this step, okay? Is you're going to decide, do I want to niche down even more? And the ways that you can niche down is by service, by industry, or by service and industry, okay? So let me talk a little bit about these. So by service would mean that maybe you're still like a VA, or I mean, at this point, you would change your title, right? But maybe your ideal client is still an entrepreneur or small business owner, but you niche down by the service. So I am a Dubsado setup specialist. I am a copywriter. I am a ads manager. I am an Instagram manager for small business owners, right? That is a way to niche down by service. You can also niche down by industry. Let me show you the services. I forgot I had the slide. So there's a lot of services, right, to niche down by. And these are just a few. Like I literally just grabbed a few that you could niche down. You could be a web designer, a content strategist, a bookkeeper, a podcast manager, a transaction coordinator. That's for real estate agents specifically. A webinar strategist, system strategist, Dubsado specialist, right? I don't have HoneyBook on here, but we have, so you can niche down by a platform or a type of work, right? These are the services of how you can niche down. And any one of these, guys, there's 6 and 7 figure web designers. My friend Kate owns a multi 7-figure Pinterest management agency, right? Like any of these are scalable. So it's not like, oh, which one do I choose? Which is the best market? No, you find the one that excites you the most. And this is why I tell people, like, you don't need to choose a niche from day one, because normally you don't find your niche finds you. You'll like get 1 or 2 clients. A client will ask you to do something, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is my thing, right? We talk about Thais. Thais is one of our like all-star students. She built a multi 7-figure roofing contract, like roofing admin service, basically. She started off as a virtual assistant. Her first client was a taco truck, right? Thank goodness she didn't like niche down to taco trucks. Her first client was a taco truck. And then she got her second or third client was in the roofing industry. And all of a sudden it was like, I love this. I feel like I can help. She had worked with, kind of the blue collar industry in a previous work, and she just kind of liked, she's just a very like blunt person. So she kind of likes that industry, the kind of the blue collar industry. And it was just like, there's opportunity here, and she loved it. Right. So she niched down. And so, again, that's more by industry, but the services is one way to niche down. But the whole goal of that was like, you don't always have to find this. Like a lot of times it'll come to you, right? Okay, so by industry is the other way. So you could be general virtual assistant for, real estate professionals, or for the roofing industry, right? Or for authors, or for health coaches. Okay, so maybe you still offer general admin, but it's for a specific industry niche. Okay, and then the last one could be both. So you could offer content creation services for health and wellness professionals. You could offer Dubsado setup for those in the wedding industry. You could offer ghostwriting services for authors. Okay. So service, industry, or service and industry. And there's no wrong answer. Okay. There's no wrong answer. And I know you guys are going to start having a lot of questions about this. Just know, like, when you ask a question, my team is going to star those questions, and we're going to have an extended Q&A at the time. So if you have questions about what I'm teaching, do know I'm going to get to them. Okay. I just want to make sure that we get through all of this content. So here's what I want you to do. What would you say at this moment? Like right now, today, I am blank and I help blank with blank so they can blank. Okay, let's go over that. So if you are a brand new virtual assistant, you don't have a client yet, most of you guys, I want you to be, I'm Abby Ashley, or we are Ashley Assistants, what your business name. I help small business owners with administrative tasks so they can have more time back in their business. Like that's perfect. You literally can just steal what I just said. That's fine. Take it. But for those of you who are at this phase, for those of you who are ready for this step, I mean, yeah, Laura, I am a project and systems manager, and I help mompreneurs with project and system management so they can, right? Just don't forget that part, Laura, because that's where we dig into those pain points. That's where we dig into like, um, and I was listening to somebody the other day and I really, really liked what she was saying. She said, because it really goes along with this language. She was talking about how people don't buy off of their pain points, that people are more inclined to buy off of their possibilities. And so I really like how this statement is not like so they can stop hating their business, right? It's so they can have more time with their kids or whatever. Mompreneurs, that'd be great. Um, like, it's like, what do they want? You know? And if you can tap into that kind of language, it's really, really, really powerful. Okay. So what would you say today? Right. And maybe you just need to stay here at general admin. But if we niche down, right? Like what could this look like if you niched down, right? Because the goal would be is that we, potentially change this, right? Okay. And just so you know, I know I'm kind of flying through the slides. We will send out an email to you guys later if you want the slides. Like we can make sure that you can get the slides to these. So I know I'm going kind of fast. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Brianna. Brianna is an executive virtual assistant, operations manager. That's how she niched down. She used to juggle 40 hourly clients, or not 40, four hourly clients at once. She was constantly busy, logging 120 hours a month. Her income was unpredictable. Her energy was drained. She felt like she was in survival mode, watching the clock, running her business without intention. Her biggest fear was that niching down would leaving hourly billing would mean losing clients and opportunities. The opposite happened. She took the leap and went into packaged services. Everything shifted. She went from 4 hourly clients to just 2 service-based clients, so literally less clients, and her income increased. Instead of chasing hours, she built recurring, predictable revenue streams, charging up to $4,797 for her packages. She stepped into that CEO role. She gained confidence, stability, and the freedom to plan ahead. She's realized that niching down doesn't shrink your opportunities, it multiplies them. She says, replacing 2 smaller hourly clients with 1 higher paying package was my wow moment. That's when I stopped feeling like a freelancer patching things together and started feeling like a CEO. Don't you love that? Oh, I love this. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. I think it's really important that you look at Brianna's journey, because what she didn't do, she didn't like message her current, because she had 4 clients, right? But income was kind of unpredictable with those 4 clients because they were all kind of just hourly whatever packages. She didn't just say, "Hey hey old clients, I am like I'm not charging hourly anymore. Here's my $4,000 package," right? She went out and got a new client at a higher rate. And so I think that that's really important, because that is one of the fears people have, is like, what if my current clients won't do this new rate? When you are niching down and developing a high-end package, I really, really recommend that you catch a big fish before you throw back a small fish. Okay. Like I really, really recommend that you sell one of your bigger packages. So that way you have okay, I have the income now that if I want to let go of these smaller ones. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's do this. Like we said, we're taking action on this call. So what can you do to discover your inner expert? So the first thing you can do is to spot your natural genius. So with the clients you're already working with, what tasks are feeling effortless? Like, or even if you don't have a client yet, like what seems easy to me that's difficult for other people? And like for me, I love doing these trainings. Like my team gets a little stressed because I will sometimes like not even log on to do a training until it's like 5 minutes before we're going to start, because I can just do it. Like this is natural for me. I was in speech and debate in high school. I was a speech geek. I was a theater person. Like this is just I like this. Like I like talking in front of people. That's natural for me, and it's not for other people, and that's fine, right? We all have our own strengths. What do people naturally come to me for help with? Another thing for me is strategy, right? Has anybody ever taken the Clifton Strength Finders. Oh my gosh, it's such a good book. Go and buy it. I don't have an affiliate link. Just go and take the test. It's really, really good. It's going to help reveal what some of your top strengths are. And that could be a really good clue into, oh, this is what my natural genius is. When I finish a project, where do I consistently get the biggest wow, thank you from clients, right? And there's people on my team who can do things I can't do. Like I cannot make a landing page look gorgeous the way that my team can, right? Shout out to Sarah and Brianna. Like you guys can make things look gorgeous and I just can't do that. So what is your natural genius? The next thing is to track tangible results. So if it's not like coming to you of just like, here's what makes me come alive, like where is a place that I've made a measurable difference for a client? Maybe you've saved time, you've increased revenue, you've improved their systems, you've reduced their stress. By the way, be collecting testimonials of that. Guys, the more social proof as you start working with clients, the better. After a 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, you should be having places where you can like literally be asking for feedback because I mean, how golden is that? If they're like, yes, I increased revenue since I rang you, or I reduced my stress, whatever, like that's golden, right? Can you trace before and after transformations in your past work? And again, maybe you don't have clients yet, but you're kind of exploring this idea of niching down. Look to your past work experience too. Like, what were you able to do in past jobs? Which of my skills or services have directly contributed to my clients hitting a goal? It's another great question. Okay, and then connect past experience. So this is kind of what I alluded to before. Is there a professional life experience I have outside of VA work that makes me unique? You know, before I was like my very first job, I guess, was I basically joined like the recruiting department at my college. So I would call people and like convince them to come to our school. I'd go and I'd work trade shows, conventions to like get people to apply to be a part of our college program. And that was years ago. I'm not gonna tell you how many years ago. Like, okay, maybe it's like 20 years ago, right? But even then, like it's a lot of what I'm doing now, right? Because like these natural strengths, just like, oh, these are the things that kind of come natural, right? So did you have a corporate background? Were you a teacher, customer service, design? Again, Starbucks barista, customer service, right? I mean, that's like, there's nothing, just please stop discredit. Can we just all collectively agree, especially, I know we have a lot of women in the room. Can we just like, as women, just collectively agree to stop discrediting ourselves? Like that would be great because so many of us discredit ourselves, and you have skills, you have natural talent. So how could your old job skills transfer into a specialized offer? What subjects or tools have I spent 100 hours? Have you guys heard like the 100 hours rule? Like if you spent 100 hours doing something, then it like puts you into expert status. So is there anything that you have spent 100 hours doing that you would say, oh, this kind of does, even if it doesn't make me an expert, maybe it tees me up to move into expert status, right? Okay, let's keep going. And then the last one is follow curiosity and grow. So maybe there's not something that you would find yourself like super proficient at, but like you logged into Dubsado and you're like, ooh, this could be fun. Like I'm kind of geeking out over these systems, right? Or you've played around in Canva and you're like, I like this. You find yourself like watching and saving reels on how to make reels go viral, right? Like whatever, what piques your interest? Like what are you geeking out about? This is like one of the things I do with my husband because he's spent the last couple of years in like a transition phase, like kind of figuring out what do I want to be when I grow up, right? And I'm like, we've talked a lot about like what are the things that you geek out about? Like he is a total like church junkie. Like he likes, that sounds weird, those two words shouldn't go together, but he loves like church leadership and like nonprofit, like how nonprofits run from the inside and stuff like that. And so he is literally like just in the past couple months started doing some basically like development work with nonprofits. And it's like it was sitting there all along in his feed and on his podcast and all the things. He's like, oh, this is what I geek out about, right? So like, what do you geek out about? If I had a free day to nerd out, what topic would I dive into? Where do I see demand rising in the VA industry that excites me? Okay, marketing, I love that. Canva, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so this is your high ticket zone, the expert intersection of the things, the skills that you're great at, the things that client wants, and what excites me, right? Like, so it's my talent, my enthusiasm, and then what people want. If you're really, really excited and great at underwater basket weaving, right? It doesn't fit the third category. Clients don't want that. I mean, maybe they do, but so you have to have all three. It has to be something that excites you. It has to be something that you are great at or could become great at, right? A natural talent, and something that people actually want. It has to be all three. Okay. So you guys are crushing it in the comments. I'm loving this. Is this helpful? So this is how we discover your high ticket zone. So what would it look like for you to claim a new niche based off of this, right? If you know, okay, so we did like, what would it be today? What could it be tomorrow? Or like 2 or 3 months from now, okay? Let's go ahead and just imagine and dream and know, guys, know that everything is changeable. Like everything is a draft one. Whatever you say in this webinar, I'm not going to track you down 3 months from now and be like, you didn't niche down to this, right? So what could you say like you would like to work toward? Even if you're a beginner, we can go ahead and do this like an experiment. Right now, I'm going to stay as a general admin. I'm going to offer virtual assistant services for small business owners. But what could I see myself? I would love to learn Instagram management, podcast editing. I would love to learn and be like a brand designer for whatever, right? A certain niche. Okay. Cool. Sounds like I don't have to niche down right now. Correct. You do not. I'm going to show you a roadmap here in a second that's going to help. And it's literally going to tell you exactly when to niche down. For those of you wondering, like, should I niche down yet? We're going to get there. Okay. This is inventing. This is brainstorming. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to keep going, but I want you guys to work on this. I love AI agent building. So who said that? I am Anne. I build AI agents, or I help small business owners. It's fine. You can just niche down by service, or maybe you help online coaches and creators with building AI agents so they can automate parts of the business they never thought possible. Ooh, that's a good one. You should write that down. Okay. It's okay if you're not there yet. Now you at least know where you're going, right? Like you have a direction. Okay. One other fear. What if I choose a niche I want and there isn't enough demand for it, or I can't find that audience? So Sarah, this is a great question. Everything is a draft one. The business is all about pivots. And this is why literally, we like got on the slide. You asked this question, right? I didn't even realize I put on the slide. You don't have to stop. This is why I recommend you get clients first with general admin, because what we want you to do is we want you to have clients with general admin, and then I want you to experiment with a new niche. Don't ditch your current clients. Don't throw away the small fish. Go get a big fish, right? So we're going to experiment. We're going to try to get a client on this new niche with a bigger one. And if nobody wants it, then we try again, right? Then we try something else, or we try different positioning, or we go and ask an amazing community of people supporting you. What am I not getting right here? Okay. So, it shouldn't stop you from taking the next step, right? And the next step would be just creating the package. Let's just create it. I like to, have you guys heard me do like the scientist versus judge, analogy? Is that I think that we should approach businesses like a scientist and not a judge. A judge says, this is black and white, this is right and wrong. Is it going to be wrong for me to niche down? I made the wrong choice. Well, no, you didn't make the wrong choice if you do that package and nobody buys. You were a scientist. You had a hypothesis and you said, I wonder if, and you tested it, and the test did not prove your theory. So you come up with a new hypothesis. Okay. Like, let's all agree to just to address business that way. It's much less stressful, I promise you. Okay. All right. So the next you're going to do, and I'm seeing these questions, I promise we're almost to the Q&A time. But we talked about positioning yourself as an expert is one, finding that trifecta, right? Of like the things you enjoy, the things clients want, and the things that you're skilled at. but then also positioning yourself as an expert. The way that you position yourself as an expert is building a signature framework. Okay. How you how you do a signature framework is you start with a promise, right? So we are talking about AI agents, and it's like create um, create a fully automated business with AI agents. Like that would be a promise, right? Like reduce the time you're spending in your business in half because you've built AI agents to do the work for you. Like that would be a promise, right? So if I made that promise, what would be the steps I would tell somebody to take in order to do that? And like literally, what I will do is if somebody is looking to niche down, it's like, what's your promise? Okay, my promise would be that I can grow their Instagram, right? Like I can 10x their Instagram in 6 months or less. Like that's a ooh, that'd be awesome. I'd hire that service today, right? If you could 10x my Instagram in 6 months or less, you see how like, oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so that would be the promise. So if I was sitting across from somebody and they made that promise to me, I'd say, well, how would you do that? And like, if you can list out the steps, well, it would basically have these 6 things would have to happen. These 10 things. Like if I were to double my Instagram following in 6 months or less, or whatever I said, these would be the 6 steps I'd need to take. Boom, 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 boom. ChatGPT can help you with this, guys, by the way. Like, we don't have to reinvent the wheel ourselves. These are the 6 steps I would take. These are the 10 steps I would take. Guys, that becomes your signature process, like literally. And I love for VAs who transition to high-end experts, I love for them to have this because it just makes a client go like if you have a 5-step process, a 10-step process of whatever, it gives people this like, she knows what she's talking about, right? So I really, really recommend this. Even right now, guys, I mean, if you have a portfolio, you don't have a website, you can have like, you can still have a promise. Like my promise for your general VA service can be that to get, I promise that you're going to get 20 hours back per month. Your packages start at 20 hours a month. You can make that promise, right? Like you're doing the work instead of them. And then here are the 6 steps we would take to make that happen. Like we would onboard me, we would do training, we would do a systems audit, we would blah, 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 blah. Like divide it up and you can put that in your portfolio, right? Like today. So I also want to talk to you about this concept of a productized offer. A productized offer is when you take a service you would normally customize to every client and package it into a clear, repeatable process with a defined scope, process, price, and outcome. Okay. So what does that look like? Instead of saying like, I help you with admin tasks, like here I am. And that's what, when we first get started, and this is where the tension point, some of you guys who have a couple clients are getting at, is that when you're just like I can do anything for anyone, then it's like every person gets a customized plan, right? Like, so for this client, I'm scheduling their social media, but for this client, I'm interacting in their community. For this client, I'm managing their inbox. And for this client, right? And so a productized offer means like think of a physical product. Like if I go to the store and I pick a box of cereal off the shelf, that box of cereal, the company who made that box of cereal put the same ingredients in every box of cereal, right? Like they all look the same. They're right. And that it was productized. And so is there a way you could productize your services, right? So instead of I help with admin tasks, I offer a 30-day inbox zero reset where we organize your emails, set up filters, create a system going forward so you stay at inbox zero. Here's the investment. Whoo, right? Is this good? Is this good, guys? Like, that's what a productized offer. Does that make sense to you, what I'm saying? Like, and then that way you have a 6-step system. What does that do? It makes your offer repeatable, which means you can charge more. And what I said in the beginning, right? You could outsource it too. If you're doing the same 6 steps, same 10 steps for every person, then you can start to outsource those steps because they're systematized. Okay. So, this is gold, right? So a clear traits of a productized offer, pull that box of cereal off the shelf, clear scope, the client knows what's included and what's not. You don't have scope creep. A defined process, you have that repeatable, my 10-step system, my 15-step system, my 5-step system, right? Fixed pricing. It's like And I still really recommend, and maybe we can get into this in Q&A time. I still really recommend monthly packages. Like no matter what you do, even that inbox zero reset, maybe it's like an upfront cost, but then it's a monthly cost after that. Like monthly recurring income is really, really, really important. I think that that's one of the staples of a healthy service-based business is that you have repeat clients paying you every month. So whatever we do, we want to build in that monthly income. So it's outcomes focused. Again, starts with a promise, and it's scalable. Because it's repeatable, you can deliver it faster, you can delegate it, you can even turn it into a mini agency. Okay. All right. Good stuff, right? That's what a productized offer is. Okay. I'm going to show you guys some example because you guys told me earlier that you like to see examples of things. So, this is what Kelly did. Kelly from Grace and Co Business Solutions, one of our, she's everyone I'm showing you here is a savvy. She has done for you CRM system setup, right? So she will help people actually set up their CRMs, she'll migrate the data over. She'll create the branded email template. See, it's like, here's what you get. Nobody cares how many hours it took her, right? She could be getting paid $200 an hour for this and no one would really know because they don't know how long it took her. And that's the difference between hourly, right? Let's look at some other ones. Oh, so here's her 8-step system. I love this. This gives people clarity. This is exactly like when you say yes, here's what's going to happen. And people like to know that. People don't want to be left in the dark. It's like, what is this going to look like? They like to know exactly what it's going to look like when you work with them. Okay. Same with Sadie. Sadie has she does system setup. So she creates the systems that your business needs. And, so she has like her own signature method, the S3 method. Guys, name your methods. I didn't even say that earlier. That's like what it should have been at the bottom. It was like the promise, the steps, the top should have been like to name it. Ask ChatGPT. Did you know this is I'm getting into instructional design. I love instructional design. Instructional design is hilarious to me though, because it's like if you're creating a course or a package or whatever, it's basically like make it into a system and give it a name. Like that's all the instructional design really is like make it a 4-part system. If it's 4 parts, make it a square. If it's 3 parts, make it a triangle and then slap a name on it, which it sounds like I'm like degrading what it really is, but it's like that kind of stuff. It makes it click in people's brains, right? And so you can literally like display what you're doing in some kind of visual way. It really, really helps. And so that's what she does here, right? So she has these $1,000 packages. Those then lead into monthly packages, right? Here's AMSA. So she does funnels, right? So starting at 3,500, what do you get? Boom, 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 boom. You get all of these things. Christy, love what Christy does. Actually, she just changed. I need to change this. She just changed the name of her company, and I love the new name. And I forget what it is. So I need to take off the Silver Life. But she was doing these custom honey book build out. She'd charge $5,000 a piece for these, right? And what do you get? You know exactly what you're getting here. Okay. Sherry, Pinterest management. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. This is exactly what it's going to look like when you work for me. Okay. So the account audit, that's like the upfront, and then turns into monthly revenue. Thais, I mentioned Thais earlier. When you go to her site, this is exactly what you're going to get. So she still does general admin. I mean, it's admin for roofing contractors, but like, and it shows on her website, you guys could do this on your portfolio. When I say yes, then what's going to happen? People like to see that, right? And this all goes into your signature method. This all goes into this positions you at an expert. You look at this and you're like, dang, that's professional. This person knows what they're talking about. Lynette, hiring services. So she would help people hire. And so what all do you get? Discovery call, we onboard them. Okay. Okay. So I know that that's a lot. This is why we're going to give you guys the slides after, but I really want you to start thinking about what could your signature services be. And if we have time later, I could even show you, like, guys, this is so easy with ChatGPT. It's so easy. I want to create a signature framework for answering people's emails, for managing somebody's Instagram, for doubling someone's Instagram account in 6 months. Give me a 7-step plan on how to do this. Give me a name for my now. Give me a name for my 7-step system. It'll blow your minds. It's insane. Okay. So I want to give you this as a bonus too. You can screenshot this if you want. If you want, um, if you want to like go ahead and launch this to people, right? This is a really great template you can use to get clients for your new offer. This is for current clients. So this would not be like, hey, I'm raising your rates or I'm transitioning you away. This is if let's say you've been offering general admin and you decide to start a bookkeeping package on top of it, because that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to start an offer on top of your current offers, try to sell it. And then again, if you need to get rid of the smaller fish later, that's fine. So this is an email you can use with current clients to see if they basically want to add on your higher end offer. Okay. So I'm not even going to read the whole thing because I want to get into the Q&A and you guys can just snapshot it. So 1, 2, 3 snapshot. And like I said, we can send out the slides, but I just wanted to give that to you guys as a bonus because we're all about giving you free stuff, which by the way, we're getting really close to the giveaway time. You guys realize that? We're going to be giving away one, if you stay on with me, because one of you guys is going to win a year-long membership to the new Savvy Society. Becca, she's a media specialist and community support manager. I love as business owners, we can just make up our titles too. I mean, like she deserves that. I'm not saying that's like whatever. It's just so fun. Like, this is what I'm going to call myself now. And the next day you can start calling yourself. It's beautiful. I love it. Creatively carving our own path. That's what we're doing. She said before niching down, she was a full-time high school teacher, squeezing 10 to 15 VA hours at night and on the weekends. Her business felt scattered and exhausted. She was doing all the things, but didn't feel like an expert. Her biggest fear was that if she stopped saying yes to everything, she would lose clients. The truth came when she realized the projects that lit her up were content, community, creating systems, were pointing to her niche. She stopped being a one-size-fits-all VA and leaned into the work that she loves most. Becca went from an $800 a month side hustle to $3,000 a month with a dream client. She left teaching, landed her ideal role as a community support manager, and now works 30 hours a week doing something that she loves. She said, niching down didn't make me lose opportunities. It gave me my life back. I went from burnout and late nights to mornings on the porch with my coffee, present with my kids, finally building the life I've been dreaming about. Oh, I almost got a little emotional with that. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. This is why we do what we do. Okay. So here's what we talked about. We shifted your mindset from starting to attract clients who actually value what you do. We picked your niche and your future niche so you can increase rates and decrease hours immediately. And we built your signature framework live on the call so you can leave with a system that sells itself. I know we're still working on it, right? I want to get to the Q&A time because some of you guys are probably like trying to workshop this or you have questions about it. And so I want to get there. But before I do that, I want to share one more thing with you because again, I've trained over 7,000 people now. I've seen where y'all get stuck. Okay. So I'm going to call it out. What happens is that you're stuck because you're like, I don't know what services to actually offer, right? Like, what do I niche down by? Courses are very expensive. You're like, maybe I want to learn Pinterest management. Like I'm interested in that, but like I don't want to spend $800 for a course on how to do that, right? Especially if I'm just in this maybe experimentation mode. And honestly, you need support. Like you need, just like you were asking, like, what if nobody buys? Yeah, what if nobody buys? You need a place to come and ask those questions. And so we wanted to create a place where you could not only build your skills, but you could earn more, grow your business with community. We've noticed, and guys, this is something brand new that I'm so excited to share with you. We realized that you guys needed a roadmap to help you scale. And we've had a growth membership for a while, but it didn't have this specific roadmap. This is brand new. So I'm just going to show you the whole thing. Essentially, what we did is we've created what's called the Savvy Success Path, okay? And what we wanted was something where somebody could say, I'm exactly there in the journey. Okay. So I want to preface this by saying your first step, guys, is launch. Okay. Launch is where you start your business, land your first client. This is why we created SavvySociety. If you don't have a client yet, SavvySociety is the best place. If you're in SavvySociety, keep working SavvySociety. Like that is the right place for you to be because we stay here until you get that first client. You got to launch your business. You got to get over the first client hump. That is step number one. But we realized that basically as a company, we were like, and then you grow and scale. And we wanted to give you guys a roadmap as well. So we created this roadmap. And what it does is it's broken up into 4 growth and 4 scale systems. So what you do is you go into growth phase 1. This is landing 4 clients. We want you to have 4 monthly clients at your, basically collect your small fish, right? Like get your monthly clients with your general admin services. We want to make sure that you're raising your rates. These all build upon each other. Your rates need to be high enough for you to be able to eventually subcontract. So we slowly start raising your rates. Then we niche down. So basically what I taught you today is part of phase 3. I just opened up to where some of you guys are there right now. Some of you are still in launch phase, or maybe you have one client and you're like, ooh, okay, I know where I need to be. I'm in G1. I'm in growth phase 1. I need to stay and I need to get my 3 more. I need to get my core 4. Okay. Your core 4. That's the goal, is for you to get those 4 monthly recurring clients. Okay. Then we create a high-end offer, a VIP day. I love for you guys to create one offer that would literally cover your monthly services if you sold it. Just one just big kahuna package, right? Okay, then we scale. The thing is too, is that you don't have to do these phases. Like some of you guys don't want to have a team and you'd be happy if you just stopped at growth phase 1, or you'd be happy if you stopped at growth phase 4. That's totally fine. But for those of you who want to be like, some of the stories I've told of our 6 and 7 figure VAs, this is what it takes. You're gonna have to systematize your business so that you can delegate, have systems and delegate. You're gonna have to hire people, create a predictable lead system, and then transition you into CEO. Our goal is that you can take a 2-week unplugged vacation from your business while it runs without you, if you go through all of these phases. Okay. And so and obviously you will have the reward also of making great money in that phase as well. But that's not what we're talking about here. Because I think that, for some of us, it's not about the money. None of it's about the money. It's what the money can provide. It's like the freedom life that the money can provide. And I know that is true for every single person here, right? So this is SavvySociety, guys. This is brand new. And for those of you how many people were Savvy Vault members already? If you've logged in today, if you were a Savvy Vault member, you log into your platform today, it's now SavvySociety. Has anybody gone in and looked at it? Like, it's so good. I'm so excited. So it has everything that we had before. It's basically framed differently. So not only are you getting the roadmap, right? We have 60 industry. So we have basically the tech trainings. We have the industry trainings. If you want to learn Dubsado, if you want to learn real estate management, if you want to learn how to, if you want to learn Canva, whatever, right? We have 60 industry and tech courses. We have hundreds of companion guides, templates, worksheet. The biggest thing is the weekly live coaching. And then we have continual growth drops that are going to keep you ahead of industry trends, right? I mentioned the courses that are in there. And then you also get a private community. We actually just moved our community over to Kajabi, which is our course platform. You can access it on the app. You can on the go. So you can basically tap into other people at the growth and scale stages of their business, right? We're launching regular AI assistants now. So again, as you go and you grow and you scale your business, we've actually built custom tools to help you do it even faster. And then and this is the same as a Savvy System member, right? People come to our community and say, I want to hire a Savvy. So we have exclusive job opportunities that you will not see anywhere else. We also get unlimited tech support, which means that you can literally message our team anytime that you're stuck on tech. It's like having a back pocket tech team. If your funnel breaks, your website's going crazy, you literally can reach out to us and we will walk through. So you're basically hiring a back pocket tech consultant. Okay, so Here's the thing, guys. So we have up leveled. This used to be called Savvy Vault. This is no longer Savvy Vault. And when you get in, you're going to see why, because we have completely upgraded the entire experience. With that, we are raising the price. So Savvy Vault has been $47 a month or $467 a year for years now. I can't honestly remember. It's probably been since we launched. I think when we launched it, it was maybe like $20 or $37. But that was like 2017, 2018. We have not done this in years. And because of the value that's in there, the price is going up to $97 or $947. When you get in there, guys, you're going to realize it's worth, honestly, way more than even that. But we wanted to give you guys one opportunity to get in at the founder's rate since we're launching it. So we are doing it this week only. You can lock in that price. That means that as long as while you're a member of the membership, like if you leave and come back, it'll be the higher price. But you are locking in your rate of $47 a month or $467 a year. Okay. So you do save a little. You get about 2 months free compared to the monthly rate if you join annually. And then anyone who joins annually is also going to get invited to a private scale intensive with me. It's going to be a set aside workshop on how to scale your business. And we're also going to do live hot seats during that call. So if you wanted to like pick my brain about your business, this is an opportunity for you to do that only if you join at the annual. I also want to note that if you choose annual, you're literally saving $480 of what the annual price is going to be a year from now, which is kind of crazy. Okay. Mary asked, how long will this be available? This is going to be available until this upcoming Monday. So you guys have about a week. Okay. It's our founder's rate. It's the lowest it's ever going to be. April 27th at 10 p.m. Central Time is when you will see it. Literally, our website will switch over and it'll be $97 a month or $947 a year. Okay. Now, I know some of you guys are here and you're like, oh my gosh, yes. How do I go? Guys, you can go to the SavvySociety. You have to have the in front of it. We're working on the other domain, but you go to thesavvysociety.com. If you guys, anyone who orders while we're live on this training is going to also get our VA sales pitch assistant, which I'm so excited, guys. If you've ever seen a job op and wanted to pitch your services, this will completely build your pitch for you. It asks you a couple questions. And guys, it's mind blowing. It's so good. And you are going to get this as a bonus if you join while you're live on our call. Now, if you're a current Savvy Society member, we will make sure to grant that to you as well. In fact, my team can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's already in your Savvy Society. So we don't penalize people for joining early. So yes, but anybody who joins while we're live on this call is going to get that VA sales pitch assistant. Okay. Guys, I want to share this and then we're going to jump into Q&A. Oh, we still have to do the giveaway as well. You need a plan. You need accountability. I think that this is so cool. The courses are awesome. The growth drops are awesome. The roadmap is awesome, but the value is honestly in the weekly group coaching. You come and get unstuck. We also have a monthly Ask Abby call that I didn't even mention yet. I think that this is crazy. If you decide you have a goal, so let's say you want to get to 10K months and you just like have that idea, you have a 10% chance of actually reaching it. If you decide you're going to do it, you're like, I am going to hit 10K months. It actually increases to 25%, which is pretty good. If you decide when you will do it, I'm going to hit 10K months in the next 2 years, it jumps to 40%. If you say, I'm going to do 10K months in the next 2 years, and here are the steps I'm going to take, it jumps to 50%. If you commit to someone else, so if you tell that plan to another person and commit to that person, a spouse, a friend, and accountability, 65%. But look at this. If you have a specific accountability appointment, AKA our weekly group coaching calls, you have a 95% chance of actually accomplishing your goal. That is the power of accountability. Nicole says, I can attest I knew nothing about the VA world until a year ago. I have skills. I'm so confident. That's crazy. The team is constantly adding newest courses, keeping it all relevant. I'll never not have a membership. Liz says, I'm so glad I finally signed up after toying around with the idea for 6 months. A recent invoice is more than paid for 1 year inside the membership. So not only is it just what I need, but the job ops are amazing. Tamara says I was able to build confidence in asking for more pay, set boundaries and standards for my business, and what I'm willing to do for clients, which created the feeling of freedom that I have longed for. And Jessica said, the membership fills my need to keep learning and expanding my skills. It's my go-to place and direction when I need more info. It's always growing. I'm always excited to learn new things. Best tool in my toolbox as a VA for my clients. So if you guys are interested, like I said, if you want to snag the buy now bonus plus the massive discount at that founders rate, you can go to thesavvysociety.com. So I want to be very clear about this. Our goal is that you join Savvy Society if you have a client, okay? We're not going to stop you, obviously, right? Like if you don't have a paying client, but I am telling you the Savvy system, and my team can link to it below, is the place that is dedicated for you if you don't have your business set up and if you don't have a client yet, okay? So Savvy Society, literally the SavvySociety.com, that is the place to go. It's a 90-day coaching program. It's an intensive. Again, it has like a specific deadline. We have weekly group coaching over there. You get the job ops over there. So you're not missing out. That is a better place for you if you don't have a client yet, okay? This is for VAs who already have at least one client. We're going to work on getting you your core 4. That's the first step, remember? And then we go through the other steps. This is for people who want to consistently book higher paying clients. You're ready to refine, expand, you're pivoting your service. It's for those who are wanting to streamline your systems, right? So that's what I really want to ask you, because I know that it is definitely an investment, but if one dream client, right? Sometimes it just takes that one big fish to completely change your business. Shanna says, the Savvy Society is amazing. You can't pass it up. You will get, if you do, you'll be disappointed because you get access to new useful tech courses every month. It's well worth the money. Candace says, since working with Abby and her team, I've been able to increase my prices, charge 4 figures for my services with confidence. What helps most is attending the coaching calls, being able to get support on the stop. And Suzanne said, I've recently signed up for Savvy Society. I've learned so much already after 2 weeks. A few more stories. Andrea was able to raise her rate from $50 an hour to $150 an hour, and packages starting at $20K. She said the Savvy Society has everything that's needed to learn and grow. When I switched client management platforms, so it was extremely helpful to learn how to use the platform. I always go there. I didn't change this out to say Savvy Vault, but it's Savvy Society. So she is now a speaker monetization specialist. So here you go. You have 3 options. Obviously, you can spend $200 to $500 per course, like a Pinterest management. Here's how to raise my rates course. Here's how to, or you can get it all in one. You can try the DIY growth method of watching outdated YouTube tutorials, or you can invest in yourself and your business with our on-demand library, scaling roadmap, and weekly group coaching calls. All right, here's what I want to do, because some of you guys are probably waiting. You're like, should I buy now or am I going to win it in the giveaway? So let's go ahead and do the giveaway. Are you guys ready? If you went ahead and purchased and you're the giveaway winner, or we will refund you, okay? Because you guys are going to get a free 1-year access. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take down my screen just a second, and then I'm going to pull up our giveaway tool. Takes me just a second to switch it out. Sorry. Okay, share screen, giveaway tool. Here we go. You guys see this? I know it's so tiny, but this is how we're going to draw. So anybody who commented is entered to win. But let's make sure whoever the winner is here. So if you win, make sure you put really quickly, like, it's me, or we will draw again. Okay. Oh, here we go. Who's it gonna stop on? Allison La Bianca. Allison, are you here? So exciting. Is she here? Is she here? Is she here? Allison. I mean, yay, Allison, awesome. So if you can message our team, Allison, at hello@thevirtualsavvy.com, just to make sure that we have the right email address. But you have won a full year in the membership. I'm so excited for you. That is absolutely awesome. How fun. Okay. Now let me go ahead and stop screen again. Thank you guys. You guys are also sweet. Congratulations. I love it. Okay. Um, Anybody else who is interested, you guys, you are, again, if you join during this training, which we're still going to do another, let's see, it's already 1:15. Sorry, I talked a long time today. We'll probably go till 1:30, 1:45 in this training for the Q&A time. So we'll go ahead and jump into Q&A, and then and so it's anytime you join while we're doing this Q&A that you guys are going to get that extra bonus. Okay. All right. Let me answer a few quick questions. I'm a beginner, and go ahead and drop your questions because, again, I have a bunch of them starred already, and I want to try to answer every single one. I'm a beginner. Is it right for me? I would prefer you join SavvySociety if you are a total beginner. It is how to choose, how to create your packages, how to create a portfolio, doing your LLC, doing the like setting up your taxes, how to collect payment, how to do discovery calls. That is not in here. You're not going to get the business setup and the how to set up your business in SavvySociety. SavvySociety, the courses are all around those growth and scale phases. So getting more clients, raising your rates, those kind of things. So I do highly suggest that you join SavvySociety if you do not have a client yet. Okay. If you or sorry, join Savvy System. The link is here. Savvy System is our step-by-step product for launching your business. It's a 90-day accelerator. If you don't land your first client in 90 days, we do extensions as well. So no stress there. But we have weekly group coaching calls. And we all actually teach you the general admin courses there. So sometimes people are like, "Ooh, I want to join SavvySociety because it has all the skills." And we're like, "Well, no. We teach you general admin in Savvy System." Okay. So I just want to note that is our recommendation. If I only want to take a few of the courses, like maybe you're looking at everything that's in and you're like, well, I really just want the course on hiring, or I really just want that Pinterest management course, right? My suggestion would be to come in for 1 month because we do not sell these courses individually at all. Who teaches the courses? I teach some of them, not all of them, honestly. I teach a lot of like the scaling courses, but as far as the tech and industry training courses, we actually have group experts. Sometimes we will even hire our own savvies to come in and do the calls, but we bring in outside people who are actually experts. I'm not an expert in all of these things, right? And you should not expect yourself to be either. That's one of the things we talk about it later, but like the goal is not for you to take all of these courses. It's like a library. You would never expect yourself to read every book in a library. It's supposed to be a place where you come and you're like, okay, I know I need this in my business, so this is what I'm going to take next, right? So we do not do one-on-one coaching. I mean, we have a few thousand members, so that would be very difficult. But also that's the gold, right? Is that you're getting access to other people in this phase of their journey. And so that's why group coaching is so powerful. So we have coaching calls that happen every single week that you get access to, and we answer your questions inside of there, as well as our private community. So you can post anytime, 24/7 in our private community. Do I have to commit to a long-term membership? No. So if you purchase the yearly, you're committing to the 1 year, but that's just a one-time payment, right? And if you do annual, you can cancel anytime. So again, order while I'm live to get the bonus. All right, let's do this. Let's do a Q&A time because I know you guys have so many questions. Oh, and we have some awesome, hold on, I want to do some shout outs. We have Stephanie who joined. Awesome. I love it. Welcome to Hasmic. I love it. So good. Mickey who just joined. Congratulations, everybody. I love it. Okay, let's go and answer questions because I know we have a lot of them and I want to make sure I answer as many as possible. So list of courses, it used to be in the vault. So yes, so all of our tech, I'm pretty sure, actually, team confirmed this for me. If you go to thesavvysociety.com, does it still list out all of the tech and industry courses that are involved? Because we have the growth and scaling courses, but then we also have like a tech library. And so if my team can confirm that in the comments, if it says all of those on the sales page still. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it does. Good. Because Alyssa says on the sales page, it says that several are bolded. The bolded is just for visual. It's just to make it stand out. Just like, ooh, these are ones you might be really interested in. There's no difference between the bolded ones and the non-bolded ones, but good question. Oh, welcome, Myra. Awesome. I love it. Okay. let's see. Will there ever be a TBS meet and greet in person? Yeah. So, conferences, I just went to a conference. And I went to Mom 2.0 in Austin, which was super cool. I love being in person. It is a lot of work and a lot of money to put on an in-person event, like a huge thing. And so what I've started doing is I do local meetups. So anytime I'm traveling to a city, I will do a local meetup. So I am we're actually doing one here soon in Springfield, Missouri. But this summer, I'll be going to different places. So, like this summer specifically, I'm going to go to St. Louis. We're going to come up to Wisconsin, Minnesota, Kansas City. So, we're going to do a loop there. Anytime that I like come to a new city, I'm trying to do them. And so, we are doing like more meetups like that, but we don't have planned like a massive event as of right now, but who knows? That could change because it would be really, really fun. Okay, welcome Stephanie, Katie, and Claire. Welcome. So happy you guys are all going to get access to that sales pitch assistant. Okay. Awesome. I don't have my first client yet, but I'm really wanting to focus on a handful of services I offer clients. Is the goal one service? That sounds hard. No. So I really, really recommend that if you don't have your first client, again, what Savvy System, the 90-day accelerator, is going to teach you is to have a list of services and to do hourly packages. I really recommend that's what you do. That's what we teach in Savvy System. And then it's later, right, that we do what we taught here, which is to niche down, raise your rates, and have more of a like expert service. Okay. So great question. Welcome, Lisa, Jenny, Veronica. I love it. If we're beginners, don't have a client, where's the best place to start? Absolutely would be Savvy System, right? thesavvysystem.com. That's going to be the best place to start if you do not have a client yet. That's my recommendation. I obviously, like, we can't stop you from buying it, right? But I would rather you save your money and do what is going to be best for the journey that you're on right now. So Savvy System is the place for you. And if you guys need to ask questions to our team, I forgot to mention this. If you go over to thesavvysociety.com, my team is over there via chat. So you can literally ask them questions on chat about your specific situation as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. Okay. Mario, welcome. I love it. Welcome to Janessa. So cool. Let's see. Do we get the bonus? We're already in Savvy Society. Yes. So if you are a current member of Savvy Vault, like if you bought Savvy Vault, we literally just transitioned it into Savvy Society. So if you log into Savvy Vault right now, when you open it up, it's going to be Savvy Society. You're going to love it. Like, you just get it. You guys are grandfathered in, anybody who is already a member. And the sales pitch assistant is going to be loaded into your account as well. I don't actually remember where. That would be good for my team to tell me where new, like old members can find that VA sales pitch assistant. So you guys can help me out and let me know where that's going to be found for them. Okay, let's see. Which system is best if you already have one client? If you have one client, this is it. If you have one client, Savvy Society is the place for you. The next step is we're going to work on your core four. So we jump right into more marketing. That's what the growth phase one is going to be really securing 4 monthly recurring clients. That's what we want. So Savvy Society is definitely for you. Do you need testimonials to get a first client? No, you don't. So what we recommend is that you use character references. And so essentially, like in Savvy System, the 90-day accelerator, Savvy System, I know the names are really similar. That's why I'm going to like keep saying it. So Savvy System is a 90-day accelerator for you to get your first client. Okay. And so what we teach you over there in the 90-day accelerator is to put together a portfolio, not even a website, because we start scrappy. So to put together a portfolio, and that you can use character references. So you can ask like a previous coworker, or your kid's soccer coach or whatever, right? To write like, hey, Abby is amazing. I would trust her with anything. Like that's a character reference, right? So you don't have to have actual past clients. And if you don't have that, even, it's okay. Just skip that page. Like, so many people get hung up. And it's like, just action over perfection. You do not have to have that. Okay. Is there a way to recommend a training? I would, the training that you want. Yeah, so you can, we would love that. Email us hello at the virtual savvy, because we add new trainings pretty much every month. Sometimes it's like a major update to an older training, but there is some kind of new content added every single month inside a Savvy Society. So we are always would love to hear your recommendations. Okay. Um, let's see here. I'm working on my second website. Do you recommend I offer Squarespace website? Oh, yes, 100%. That would be an awesome offer. I think that that's super cool. Welcome, Jennifer. I love it. I love it. I just joined Savvy Society. Where do I get the assistant? So yeah, I know it is in your account. I'm like looking to see if my team put in yet where it is. It's in your account. We'll let you know. We'll post in the community where you can find the sales pitch assistant, because I know it's logged into your account, but like we literally were just this morning like double checking. We're like, okay, yeah, it's loaded, and now my team knows, but I don't know. But it's in there. So we'll make sure that we get it. Okay. Let's see. Join the community. There's a ton of other courses, but we'll make sure you guys all get the VA sales pitch assistant as well if you're joining live on the call. I mean, it's in there. I just can't tell you exactly where it is at this 1 second. Let's see. What skills do I need to be VA? Do you have a workshop for that as well? Yeah. So if you guys are just starting out, and you don't have a client yet, and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to join the Savvy System Accelerator, here is a free training. I know you just watched an hour and a half long training with me. This one is about 45 minutes, so maybe watch it today or tomorrow. But this is a training. It's pre-recorded for beginners. It helps you choose your services, create packages. So all of that is covered in this free Become a Booked Out VA training. And that's on demand, so you can watch it anytime. So yeah, great question. Let's see. Quick reminder, Savvy Society is the new evolution of Savvy Vault. Yes, it's Savvy. Yeah, we've changed the name, but it's not just a name change. Like, it is a total upgrade. Oh, Tammy, I'm doing this. Nothing is stopping me. I love it. That is the mindset that we need. That is absolutely what we need. So Michelle offered, so you purchased, yeah. So we have some ads running to some smaller products right now. Michelle, if you have a client, this is honestly a perfect place for you to be. If you do not have a client, take a look at everything that you bought already. But the program that would probably help you the most is Savvy System, our 90-day accelerator. But take a look at everything you went ahead and bought. Like, I'm not here for like, oh yes, go and buy more things. Like, take a look at everything you bought first, and then you can decide if the Savvy System Accelerator is right for you. What if you are in Canada? No, so we have Canadian students. We have students from all over the world, honestly. So nothing that is in Savvy Society is like necessarily US based. I guess the only thing that may, so one of the things inside of Savvy Society, this growth membership, is we do teach you how to hire contractors. And so some of the like the contracts, because we give you contracts like created by an attorney to help, like, that you can use with those subcontractors. So those were created by a US based attorney. So that's like literally, that's like a drop in the bucket. But I'm like searching my brain, like, is there anything? I don't think there's anything else that would be like proprietary, exclusive to only people inside the US. Okay, if you're already a Vault member, will it renew at the higher rate? No, you have locked in your rate. So whatever rate you're joining at, that's what you'll be continued to be billed on. If I'm already a yearly member, will I have a chance to lock this rate? Yep. So whatever rate that you purchased at the yearly, that's going to be your renewal. We're not going in and like changing all of those. Let's see. if I'm paying 47 for Savvy Vault, do I have to cancel rejoin for the no. So just stay in. Like literally, Karen, if you go in right now and you're currently paying 47 a month, we're basically giving people just like, hey, this is the last time you can get it for 47 before it raises to 97. So you're already locked in. Go right now and log into your Kajabi account. It is Savvy Society now. So, and then tell us what you think. If anybody is a current member, like as soon as you log in, it's going to be a totally different experience than what you were used to. So that's really exciting. Um, if I pay monthly, can I drop out if it doesn't seem to work? Yeah. So the monthly is cancel anytime. Cancel anytime. So we don't the annual, we have a 7-day money back guarantee. But we don't do that with the monthly because it's, it's the lower value and you are getting 30 days of everything that's included, but it is month to month. So you can just go in and cancel if you only want to do 1 month. That's totally fine. Let's see here. So many good questions. Question, when starting as a VA, do you need a website? No. So I recommend that if you are new, that you do not create a website yet. That is actually, we start talking about a website in like grow phase 2 or 3. So you do not need a website yet. Let's see. So many good questions. Welcome, Ophelia. I love it. How often are the courses updated? So we're constantly reviewing. We actually just went in and did another major review. But one of the things that, so we have the tech and industry trainings, and those, tech changes all the time. So we're going in and trying to update those as much as possible. But part of why we created this roadmap is because we realized that like the tech trainings are awesome and you guys love them and we love providing them for you and we will continue to do tech trainings. But what people really needed were some of the deeper things, like how do I raise my rates? How do I find clients? How do I start hiring subcontractors? And that content, a lot of that is more evergreen. Like it's a lot more, so we're not having to update our courses as much. Like we used to be, like years and years and years ago, we were a tech membership and whew, we were constantly having to update courses. So we don't have to as much because the content is more evergreen now. But a lot of the tech courses, we still are going in and updating regularly as well. So if I pay to test the water and decide to switch to yearly, yeah, you just email our team. If that's the case, you can email us and we'll make sure to take care of you. Hello at the Virtual Savvy if you guys have some individual questions. Okay, let me go back. So many good questions here, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Oh, can I put the website back to the free training? Yes. So if you do not have a client yet, thevirtualsavvy.com/BBO. Okay, let's do this. I know it's 1:30. We've already been chatting for an hour and a half. I am going to continue to answer questions until 1:40 Central Time for like the next 7 minutes. So if anybody is wanting that bonus, the VA sales pitch assistant, this is the time to snag it. Okay, so you can go to thesavvysociety.com. You're going to join the membership. You'll get access to the job opportunities, the growth roadmap, the weekly group coaching, the monthly Ask Abby. You're getting access to our team, all of that. But if you want the VA sales pitch assistant, that extra bonus that we're giving you, that GPT, it's literally a system that builds your sales pitches for you. If you want access to that, you will need to order while we are live on this call during the next 7 minutes. Okay, so I just want to throw that out there. I'm going to keep answering questions, but yes, let's see here. Let's see. Does the Savvy system, so again, the Savvy system is our 90-day accelerator. So that's not this, but does it provide contracts we can use with clients? Yes. So our Savvy system accelerator, that 90-day program does give you the contracts you need to begin working with clients. Great question. Let me hide this current banner. And again, if you guys have individual questions about your account, go, you can message hello at the virtual savvy, or my team is literally on chat right now. Oh, awesome. Welcome, Bonnie. I love it. Welcome, Myra. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Let me try to answer a few more questions. Let's see here. Okay. I have a potential client phone call tomorrow. That's awesome. A very niche market. Zero idea how to offer my services. I feel like being authentic, telling them to look, rolling here, charging hourly, first year, switching. Yeah. So honestly, uh, I know you just sat through an hour and a half long training, but I would go watch that Become a Booked Out Virtual Assistant, because it's going to show you how to create hourly packages, which is going to be my recommendation. Like, you will leave that 45-minute training knowing how to offer your services and package to go do that call. So that's what I would recommend, honestly. I know it's another 45-minute training, but you might be able to watch it at 2x. Yeah. Oh gosh, we get this question a lot. Honestly, do people pay decent money for VAs? Then there's so many out there that work for $5 an hour. So yeah, I get that. We get this question a lot because there are a lot of VAs out there that charge $5 an hour, which is why, a lot of times I tell people, like, after a while, to move away from the name virtual assistant, because there does sometimes get that. We get this question. To me, like, I mean, I'll just tell you honestly, like, I just went to a conference this past weekend, went and hung out in Austin, and went to this, it was called Mom 2.0, and there were a ton of mom business owners there. Okay. And we probably had 30, 40 people ask us, like, can I hire one of your VAs? Like, I just need a good VA. And, or how much are your VAs charging? And I told them, our VAs generally start their services 25, 30, $35 an hour, because that's for general admin, what we usually recommend. And then you raise your rates like we told you here. And none of them batted an eye. Like, awesome. Yes. You know what I mean? And this is like, our people are getting clients. We have jobs posted pretty much every day in our private community for people, and we don't accept the jobs unless if they are these rates. So, like, that exists. Like, people who charge $5 an hour for their services, it exists, and we can't, like, have it not exist, right? But I have seen that people are willing to pay more than that, especially for somebody who's going to be really dedicated to their services, somebody who is, like, it's just there. Like, I don't even see it as like comparing at all. Like, somebody who's going to hire a $5 an hour VA, it's just not your ideal client. Like, that's the simplest way that I could put it. Okay. So, like, I don't teach you to go after those kinds of clients. Like, we do teach you how to use, like, Upwork. Upwork is a great place to find clients, but you have to do it very strategically so that you're not competing against $5 an hour VAs. Okay. So we teach you all of that. Okay. Welcome, Patricia and Fallon. I love it. So, so good. Um, let's see. Yes, current Savvy Vault members, Savvy Society members get the VA sales pitch assistant. So that is in your account. We may have to email current people, because I'm like, I was asking my team, I'm like, where do they find it? And I don't know. Or, you know what? We'll post it in the community. That's what we'll do. We will post in the community where you guys can find it, because we just reworked the whole Savvy Society. And right now I'm like, I don't know where. I can't physically on this call tell you where to go see it, but I do know it's in your account. I know that it is. Welcome, Varsi. Yay, congratulations. All right, guys, we have about 2 more minutes. Any last questions? Is there one that I missed? Is there any questions? Do you offer a potential client call? I'm looking for the questions I should be asking. Yeah, so inside of Savvy Society and Savvy Vault, we both memberships. So whether you are, if you're looking to get your first clients, again, the Savvy System 90-day accelerator, we have a whole training on that. And we have what's called the VA sales call playbook. The VA sales call playbook is also in Savvy Society. So you're going to find it in both places. So you can join whichever one is better for you. Again, Savvy System, the accelerator, If you do not have your first client, that's where you need to go. Savvy Society is great if you have one client or more. Okay. Awesome, you guys. Have you enjoyed this training? I am so excited. I have absolutely loved building this. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. Oh, I see a few more questions coming in. Um, if I buy Savvy System, do I also get access to Savvy Society? No. So these are two separate things. Savvy System 90-day accelerator is like launch your business, land your first client in 90 days. Savvy Society is kind of like the graduate program. It's like the master's, right? You get your bachelor's and then you get your master's. So this is like the up-leveled group coaching program after you've gotten your first client. Okay. The Facebook group. So we do have a Kajabi community for Savvy Vault, and we will be eventually retiring the Savvy Vault Facebook community. Yes, we're going to give you guys about another month in there because we want people to get used to and make sure everybody's in the new community. But we actually just did that for Savvy System too. We archived the Facebook group because we've been having such a better experience. Everyone, it's so much more seamless. You can access all the weekly group coaching calls, all the replays, like everything is just in one system, and it's way better. So this is so good. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I didn't even see all the thank yous. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is so cool. Both programs are awesome, Jasmine says. You guys are the best. Okay. I hope that you learned something today. If you loved this training, just put in the comments. Say like this training taught me XYZ, or I love this training because we love just to hear feedback from you guys. So if there's a big aha moment you had, drop it in the comments. So because we would absolutely love to hear from you. Again, we are going to be taking down that buy now bonus, but if you guys, this sale is going on until Monday. So if you have questions for our team, go ahead. They're still over there on chat, or you can email us. Then you can email us at hello@thevirtualsavvy. I see some questions coming in about people that are like current members. Go ahead and just message our team, guys. If there's one thing that we have taught you is that we take care of our Savvy members. So just send us a message, hello@thevirtualsavvy.com. We will look at your account individually and make sure that you guys have everything taken care of. But thank you guys so much. I love that you guys are I love seeing the examples of what's possible. Thank you. This training was really helpful. Like, thank you. I really enjoyed it. I always love hanging out with you guys. So, yep, have an awesome rest of the day. And I can't wait to see so many of you who joined Savvy Society. We will see you in the community very soon. Have a good one. Bye.